it's like, you know, single mothers, and society, you know, thinks that they, you know, especially with the whole, you know, women, you know, the women who want to have it all, who want to be like CEOs and have a family and, you know, stuff like that, or women who want to be successful in their careers and have a family, or not have a family, who want to have multiple pets, who want to have dreams. It's inconceivable to most men, because even if they're feminists, even though whatever, they still have this weird concept of, well, why does a woman want to have a career and a family or have a bunch of pets? Like, why can't, you know, it's like women are forced to choose either or. And it's like, even in 2023, we as a society, especially, you know, the patriarchy has enforced this idea that used to get women, you know, locked up. You know, because we still look at women who get multiple degrees as being like weird. You know, women who are educated, women who, you know, start their own businesses, because it's like, oh, well, why aren't you focusing that time on your family? You know, why aren't you using that time to take care of your elder parents? You should be taking care of your elder parents, not your brothers. Your brothers shouldn't take in your parents. You have to.
Right,
you have to take care of your siblings. You have to, as the older sister, have to do this. You have to, and it's like we still have that mentality that we had at the 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th century of women. It's just evolved. It's the same words, it's the same mindsets. We just evolved to it to the point where we've made it our own modernly, so that when we look at things like, we're like, oh, it's ridiculous, gathering of the brain. But it's like, we have some form of list now that we used to deem women crazy. Like, we deem women naggers for demanding basic human decency from their spouses, from their partners. Men call women nagging, and it's like, why? Because like, men will be like, well, I expect you to comfort me, and I expect you to do this, and why are you nagging at me to do better and be more grown up and have boundaries and do all these things? And it's like, it's not nagging. You're a grown-ass man who should be having these things. It's not nagging of me to tell you, because you should like see it.
Okay.
But in
so let's see. Oh goodness. Anything else on that site that you can like read off, or?
No, because it just gives me a directive to a book.
Okay. Yeah.
Because now I'm reading about Dwayne Johnson might take over the DC universe movie.
Dwayne Johnson. Who's that?
Dwayne Johnson? The Rock?
Who's that? Oh. Dwayne. I thought you said Blaine Johnson. I'm like, who's Blaine? Okay.
Do you have hearing issues? My God.
I do.
Oh God.
No, I do, and you never notice. And I'm like, how does she not get this? Because I am constantly putting my right ear up to your mouth all the time, and you're like I do this thing now where and it's not even that it works, but I'm just like so lazy at this point to kind of emphasize to people like, hey, look, I can't really understand you. I'll do this thing constantly. Where like I'll like put my my front fingers over my like ears, on the top of my ears, and like push them forward as a way to pretend like, oh, I'm catching what you're saying to me. And it's just like, and I'll do it with my right ear a lot too.
That's because you're not paying attention.
One of my ears is bad. I don't know, like if it's the left or the right, but one of them is.
Like,
and I think it might be just wax buildup. I don't know if it's actually
wax
like
buildup. Because you don't do it often. You only do it when like you're not really paying attention, or you feel like someone is talking quietly.
Right.
Because
well, you're very sensitive to people not paying attention because you crave attention all the time. So.
I don't. See, you know what this bullshit is? Wow.
I love that. Oh, it's getting spicy and dicey in here, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna send you to the asylum for the gathering of the mind.
Gathering of the mind.
I still don't even know what that fucking is. It's so... But apparently Dwayne Johnson is recruiting people who have been rejected by like James Gunn, like Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Called Red One.
Yeah, he's making a project called Red One.
Okay.
But the article's saying that it may be possible that he doesn't stop there because Dwayne Johnson has been really disappointed with how DC Universe is handling stuff.
Okay.
Especially,
right.
You know, and it makes sense because he joined their universe and now they're like fucking messing everything up. So with all the speculation, fans of the DC Universe eagerly await an official announcement from Johnson or his team, like a cat on hot bricks. I've never heard that phrase in my life.
A cat on hot bricks.
I've never heard that phrase in my life. What does that mean?
You and me both, girly.
Well, it's also because they also are like The Rock is known for his ability to create successful franchises.
I hate this level so much. Shut up. I hate this level so much. Warp Core is the most ridiculous fucking thing ever. Like it literally, like all of a sudden, okay. So it should be an advanced level. It should be on the advanced levels. It should not be on like the intermediate. Like that difficulty learning curve of that level is like all of a sudden like at a level 9 when you're playing with a bunch of level like 6s, or to be more specific, we're level 5. It should be level 6. It should be a level 6 level. It should be a level 6 level. Like, what in the world? Like, oh my god. Jeez Louise, dude. Like, it's not good, like... It's not very streamlined. Like, all of a sudden, it hits you with such difficulty. You're like, what the fuck? Like everything else kind of feels like a mistake that I made. I get too hasty, get too slow. But then that felt like it expected me to be like level 10 on level 5. Like, I understand that I'm not great at that level. And it's like, hashtag get good. But it just feels so out of place. It feels so out of place. It feels so misplaced in the string of levels there. You ever feel like that? You ever feel like sometimes you're playing a game and it just, like, the difficulty not only feels obviously difficult, but it feels so mismatched, you know?
I feel like that with, like, certain story games that I've had to restart.
Yeah.
I did that when I was playing The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
To which episode 2 came out, so...
What's up with, people not liking, part 2 of The Last of Us, by the way? Because everyone is like, I hope they don't adapt part 2. I hope they do it very loosely.
So part 2, and the game's been out for a while, so I honestly don't care about people complaining about spoilers, because the game's been out.
Yeah, for 10 years, obviously.
Not 10 years, but, you know, more than, like, 2 to 3. Okay. So, The Last of Us 2... So, if you haven't played Last of Us, The Last of Us is a game about a zombie fungal, or it's about a zombie apocalypse. Joel Miller is a dad whose daughter was shot by a soldier at the initial outbreak. It's been 20 years. Now he is 50-something. And he has been in an implied relationship with Tess, a woman who, you know, he's seen to be very close with in the very beginning of the game. She dies after they've been tasked to take a child named Ellie, who seems to be the solution to a zombie cure, after it shows that she had a bite from a zombie, and it's been three days, I think in the game it's 3 days, but in the show I think they say 3 weeks. Regardless, it's been a period of time where she's not been infected by it. So Joel and Tess are tasked to take her to the Fireflies Doctor, a group of people trying to bring down the dictatorship and the martial law that's occurred.
Of the Fedra people?
Yeah, of the Fedra people. So the Fireflies are a, you know, anarchist, kind of anti, you know, martial law. And so Joel Miller and Tess are tasked to take Ellie to the Fireflies Doctor. so that they could start making a zombie cure to kind of return society to previous. So you skip a whole bunch of it. Tess dies after it's revealed that she had been bitten, and so she sacrifices herself so that Joel and Ellie can get away to safety.
Oh shit.
You keep going past that. At the end, Joel realizes